Right. So yesterday partitions, and now we will see how to add partitions on your existing table. Okay, right on. Text siding. So here these two syntaxes are there here. First one is called as a range partition, and the second one is called as list partition. These are the two partitions we will add to your existing table. So first I will show you the syntax for range partition. So now how we can add here, the syntax is alter table name, add, and we need to go for partition. Then I have to give my partition name. Okay, sending values less than of value, less than of value. This is range. Same as if I want to add list partition. So then we are using alter table name, add partition and partition name, values. Okay, so value 1, value 2, and so on. So these are range and list how to add your existing table. Okay, and hash partitions we cannot add because that partitions are created by system. Okay, and these are the user defined partitions, and we can add it the new partitions for range, the new partition for list. And now I will show you an example on this. Let me observe. So in the last session, okay, so we create the table, table number, test number 31. Uh, uh, this is test number 31. And on this table, we applied range partition. We applied what? Range partitions. And now if I want to see my partition, okay, so we have a data dictionaries also. Partition name from user underscore tab underscore partitions, okay, and where table underscore name is equals to test number 31. So how many partitions on this presenter? 3 partitions here. And now I need to add one more partition for this range. Alter table and test number 31. Add so partition P4 and send okay values which is less than 2. Suppose I was given 3000. So when I was alter here, the 4th partition will be added. And if you want to see the 4th partition, okay, then you can go for your data dictionary and see the partition number P4 is successfully added. So like this, any number of partitions you can add your existing table right down below. Okay, right. So the same way you can add your list partition also. Okay, now and how the partitions they are added, the same as how to drop a partition from a table. So what is the syntax here to dropping your partition? Alter table, drop partition, and I want to give my partition name. Okay, so for example, we can see in this present, I have a 4 partitions here, and partition P1, 2, 3, 4, and here some data also we saved. This is P1, this is P1, this is P2, and this is P3. Now any one partition if you want to drop, so I want to drop alter table test number 31, drop partition P1. Some smell is coming now. Okay, so table partition was done, and now after that you can go and see this. The P1 partition was deleted, and once you deleted your partition, along with your partition, your table data also deleted. Deleted, huh? Yes. Actually, P1 partition, which data we have here? 1 Smith 250. But after deleted your partition P1, okay, the 1 Smith 250 is not there. So that means once you drop your partitions, along with partition, in the partition, whatever the data was there, the data also deleted. Understand na? So along with partition, your data also deleted. Okay, so write down below. Okay, now, so these are partitions adding and dropping. And the next one is, suppose in our database, there are so many tables we have, okay, in the tab list, number of tables we have. But in this number of tables, how I know this table is already partitioned or not? This table is already partitioned or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? So how I knows it? Okay, the table is already partitioned or not. So if you want to check like this, whether this table already partitioned or not partitioned, if that kind of information when you want to see, there is one data dictionary here, the user underscore what now? Tables. In this user underscore tables, one of our column, what is the column name here? Partitioned. Okay, this column I have to take and pass your table name. So let me come out and see. Suppose I want to know partition from user underscore tables, and where where table underscore name is equals to, suppose EMP table I want to check. EMP table is a partition table or not? Then you have to enter, and what it was say? No. That means this is not partition table. Like if you want to give it here, okay, suppose our DEPT table is there. So DEPT table is a partition table or not? So it is also no. But when I'm giving here, okay, suppose I was given test number 31. Is it partition table? Yes. Same as if test number 32 also there. Test number 32 is also partition table. Same as 13 test number 33 also there now. It is also partition table. So whether your table is partition table or not. So like you can check. Okay. And later if you want to add partitions, you can add. Okay. No? Right down below. Take some note point. To check a table is partitioned or not. Not. Then we use a data dictionary. Dictionary is called as user underscore tables. Okay. So these are complete partitions in our Oracle. Okay. And partitions and previously sequences. So there's two notes as I'm going to upload. Okay, right. So the next new topic in SQL. Next topic is locks. Okay, right. So locks, okay, and this locks means what and how it will be working in our database. Okay, and these locking techniques, how databases will be maintained, for what purpose, what kind of security will be provided. Okay, now, so generally locking techniques are almost every databases are supported. Almost SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL. So almost all databases are having what now? Locking techniques. And these locking techniques main intention, why databases are maintain these locks. Okay, how these locks are internally maintained by your database. And these locks are, we don't want to create anything and we are not writing any logic, any condition, nothing. But when a user is perform some operation on the table, then automatically your database server is locking your system or locking your data. Okay, now, so internally this locks are your system or server will maintain. And whenever user is performing some operation, then immediately that operational related data on which data your operation is performed, that data automatically keeping under locking position. Then if it is lock your required row data or rows data, particular table, if it was lock, what is the advantage means? Until unless that user will unlock, then next another user cannot perform. For example, suppose user 1 is there. He was performing one update operation. He was performing one update operation. This update operation he was performing on particular row, the row number 7788. So user 1, when he was performed, insert, update, delete, any DML operation on particular row, then what it was happened, this row automatically, this entire the row automatically keeping under lock. That means that row is under lock. And who will give this lock means your server will apply lock on this row. And when a particular row, on a particular row, whenever the locks are applied here, your server is applying locks, then what it was happened, if another user, he is also trying to perform the same operation update, okay, on this 7788 row, on this 7788 row, then what it was happen, this user request will not take. Why, sir, this user request will not take your Oracle server? It means that already, that means user 2, he want to perform update operation on which row, this row already locked by your Oracle server as per whose request? User 1 request. So as per user 1 request, that row already under lock. And when your row is under lock, on that row, other users cannot perform any operation because the row is already locked. Okay, now. So this kind of what now? Prevent. Prevent means protection, security for your data. So user 1, whatever he was performing on particular row, that row will be under protection. When it was apply lock means that row under protection. So until unless the user 1, he was release the lock, then your row under security. And that row cannot perform, or on that row we can't perform any operation. Understand? Na? So that kind of some protection, some prevent will provided by locking techniques internally in your database tables. Okay, na? So that kind of techniques are called as what now? Locks we called. And generally we are going to be locking. Why we are locking? Security. If I want to lock this room, anybody is allowed? No. So lock means what now? We are going to be restricted. No one can enter in this room. Then I can make it a lock. Okay. And until unless that lock was released, that means you have to unlock, then only the person can enter. So this is what now indirectly protection we are providing, protection to your resources. For example, this is your room. For example, nowadays you have in a hostel rooms. Every hostel room they will give key now. Have a keys. So what we are going to do, we and our friends, okay, we are going to outside. Then what we are going to do, our room will be locked. Why are you locking your room? Security purpose. Because in that room, my resources are there. My resources are there. Some valuable things are there. Okay, now. So those resources, for those resources purpose, we need to give some protection. And that protection, how I'm giving here? By taking off locks. So when we go to outside and we are keeping lock for our room, then what is the advantage? In the room, whatever our resource, that means items, valuable things, whatever it was there, so that was secured. Nobody can take it that. Okay. So how we can say the protection we are giving to our resources in general, our life, day to day life, same as here also in database. When a particular user, he was performing a particular operation on a particular row, then this row automatically locked by your Oracle server. And Oracle server, up to how much time your row under lock means, then this user only want to release the lock. Suppose user 1 is not release the lock, then that row will be lifelong lock only. No one can perform on that row. So that's why this user 1, until unless this user 1 unlock your row, otherwise release your lock, then other users cannot performing any operation on that particular row. So this kind of internal protections are providing by database servers on your table data. Okay, na? So like I will show you practically, then you will get some idea. Okay, na? So finally, lock means what now? To prevent. Prevent means protection, security. To prevent unauthorized, to prevent unauthorized, to prevent unauthorized resource from other users. So otherwise you can write like that, to prevent unauthorized users to access our resource. Here unauthorized users means there is no permissions of users. Okay, now, and these lockings are two types, guys. One is we called row level locks, is a one type. Second type is called as what now? Table level locks. So almost every database is supporting what now? Two types of locks, row level and table level. Come to in this row level locks, okay? In this row level lock, okay? So again, we have two types. One is called as a single row locking mechanism. Single row locking mechanism. And the second one is called as here. Okay. So multiple rows locking techniques. Okay. Now what is single row lock? Single row means in the statement only we can understand that here we can lock a specific row. Okay. So in this mechanism, we can lock a specific row in a table. Okay. Carefully observe. Now observe carefully and don't confuse. So now this is, I'm going to exit now. So first you just go to your SQL Plus to open. Okay. This is one connectivity. I just take it out. Okay. I'm just keeping this. Second user connectivity also I'm taking. This is another connectivity. Now I'm taking. So carefully observe. There are two connectivities are there. Two connectivities means two users. Okay, now one user I'm connecting with my system and Tiger. So he was successfully connected and I just clear my screen. Another user, MyDB 9 AM user, MyDB 9 AM, MyDB 9 AM. So he's also clear my screen.